Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your favorite rapper, Billy, or B Sizzle, whichever you prefer. Today, we're going to be reacting to My Obsession with Hatsune Miku by JaidenAnimations. I really like JaidenAnimations. Her videos are funny, and her videos are also filled with jokes that I think are personally really humorous. And that just adds to it, but enough of all that and whatever. The original link is in the description. Make sure you go subscribe to JaidenAnimations. Also, subscribe to my music channel. I'm hoping to hit 800 subscribers by the end of the year. And if you guys do that, I'll post pictures of my pets. Anyways, let's get right into it. And without further ado, let's begin.
Music is a huge part of our society. It brings people together, lets you express yourself in new and creative ways, can even help you get through tough times. Personally, for me, I don't get it. I'm sorry, I've honestly never been a big music person. I know, throw me into a volcano. I would just rather watch YouTube videos. I don't know, I like the constant flashing colors and pictures, I think. Like, I don't hate music. For the most
I don't hate music either. I actually make music and I love music. Like, for real, I love music. Like, I will sometimes go ahead and make a soft rap song and then turn around and make a hardcore rap song. Like, that's just really the sum of it. And I can only say that because I'm a rapper.
most part, I could honestly listen to anything, but that's kind of it, you know? Nothing stands out to me, and I don't go out of my way to listen to it. If anyone out there is like me, you understand the pain of when a conversation starts turning towards the topic of music. You know exactly what's coming, and you're helpless to stop it. There's nothing you can do. It's already in motion. The person you're talking to opens their mouth, and you wince as they say it. So what kind of music do you listen to?
Ha.
Oh, I don't really listen to music. Like, not at all. No, maybe like some video game music every once in a while, but that's kind of it. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah. And after that conversational stumbling, the person starts talking about the music they like, and you have to stand there and take it. Oh, that sounds cool. I should give it a listen. You're just lying through your teeth, not being convinced in the slightest, and will immediately forget
Hey, lying is a sin, bruh. And I would know because I'm wearing a black cross around me right now. Someone at my work said that black cross is the symbolization of Satan, but that's not true. If it's upside down, that would be a different story. If it's right side up, then you're good.
Every piece of information they tried to feed you. Even if I wanted to look it up later, my brain goes, get this out of here immediately. We've got to make room for the 4-hour-long video essay about Freddy Fazbear. Basically, I don't connect to music the way the majority of people do, and no one, including me, is happy about it. Look, I've tried to contribute in my own way, but no one else listens to the Mario Kart Cheeseland theme in their free time. It's good, no one believes me. Now, on a completely unrelated note, a while ago I wanted to get into a hobby that was fun and active at the same.
Well, music isn't really for everyone. Oh, muscly Jaden. Okay, let's just back it up real quick there, right there. Music isn't really for everyone, so I would understand, but I'm pretty sure that mostly everyone likes music, but I'm pretty sure that there are some people who don't really listen to music that often, or just don't listen to music at all, but I listen to music a lot, and I don't really do it as much as other people do, because I have an active job that doesn't allow me to listen to my own music, and so I can stay focused, but everyone else, there are some other people that are allowed to do that, but the contract restricts it, so they're just disobeying the rules. But other than that, I listen to music. I make music. I listen to it. My favorite rapper is actually Roddy Ricch, but there are some other non-rap artists that I like. Like, I like Godsmack, Trapped, 3 Days Grace, Breaking Benjamin and Skillet. They're really good too. They are actually rock artists. I recommend that you give them a listen. There's some really good rock bands and stuff like that.
Same time, because I do not move if not incentivized to, and that's not good. I'd like to still be fully functional at the age of 30, so after a bit of soul searching and digging around in the old ideas jar, I decided to try out DDR. I got a dance pad, downloaded some fun video game songs and anime intros to Dance Dance
Mario.
Revolution 2, and I got
And One
really
Piece.
into it. It was the most active I've been since high school. I was doing cardio for hours on end. Who am I? After playing my batch of custom songs for a few months, I decided to download some more stuff, and that's when I casually thought to myself, I wonder if there's any good Vocaloid charts. Now, to start a completely new tangent again, Vocaloid is a voice synthesizer program, yada yada yada. Basically, it's robot voices you can control to write songs, and there's different characters based on what voice you use. The most common example, you know her, you love her, is Hatsune Miku. Yep.
I know about Hatsune Miku. There's one song I can't get out of my head. Miku, Miku, you can call me Miku. That's the song right there that I can't get out of my head. Like, I catch myself singing it sometimes, and then I just put Billy every time she says Miku. But, yeah, you know what? I don't really care, but sometimes Hatsune Miku, she sometimes brings me some of the, like, humorism. And there's also a YouTuber called Electron Miku who makes shorts about like Miku and two other Vocaloids. I don't know their names, but I think one is Chisa and the other is Teto, I think. Miku, Chise, and Teto. I think that's it.
Yep, strap in, folks. We're finally talking about Hatsune Miku, my beloved. My history with Hatsune Miku is a bit all over the place. I first got really into her in high school. I don't remember exactly how, but I probably just stumbled onto some of her popular songs while browsing YouTube one day. Either way, I was obsessed, and that was the first instance of me actually listening to music, which, as you know, was groundbreaking. I loved Hatsune Miku so much that in my senior year of English class, the teacher told us to write a PowerPoint presentation about anything we wanted.
You know
Most
what's
kids
coming.
talked about, like, ending racism or recycling or something like that, but I decided my presentation was gonna be about our girl, Hatsune Miku.
Yep,
you know,
knew it.
just as morally important as ending racism and preventing global warming. Of course, I disguised it as a presentation about our hologram concert's gonna be the future of live music, but
possibility, but I'm not sure if I could become a hologram. I could just be like some sort of person who goes into like a hologram machine and rapping all the songs that I made. Like, I don't really see myself doing that, but it could be a possibility, not gonna lie, because technology gets more and more advanced nowadays than it used to get back in 2017. But you know what? It's a possibility, but I can't really see it happening. I just can't see that really happening at some point.
But it was really just an excuse to gush about Miku because I desperately needed that outlet. I was a lonely child. Honestly, I'm not even sure how I mustered up the courage to do that presentation in the first place, because as the shy art girl who never talked to or hung out with anyone, it was a bold choice for me to talk about something considered so strange and nerdy at the time. I started my presentation and immediately was like, oh my god, what the hell am I doing talking about a holographic Japanese pop icon in front of my normie-ass classmates? I regret every moment I didn't stop myself from getting right here. After playing Miku's viral World Is Mine performance for the class, one of the, like, popular girls was like, that was cool, can we watch another? And I thought she was making fun of me.
I thought, oh, look at the face. 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 The face. Look at the face. Okay, okay, chill out, chill out. But aside from this funny face right here, I like that popular girl reference that she had in there. Like, she has the animation of the girl blowing a bubble of bubble gum in her mouth. That's the like typical thing a popular school girl would do, in my opinion, like from media I have seen anyway. But
so I just sat back down. As much as I loved Miku back then, my anxiety got the better of me, and I slowly drifted away from her because I didn't want to feel like a social outcast. It's a dog-eat-dog world when you're a teenager, and you know it. We were all just trying to survive out there. I'm sorry, Miku. I was weak. Fast forward to current Jaiden. I've grown up a bit, and more sure of myself, learned some life lessons. Am not surrounded by self-conscious teenagers 24/7. I'm now sitting here in front of my computer screen with a choice. Should I choose to yet again repress myself from pursuing a niche and uncommon interest because of self-conscious fears? Or am I gonna choose self-healing and growth and allow myself to fully re-explore the world of a Japanese virtual pop star to play DDR2? Crank up that Miku. I started downloading songs I listened to years ago, found some new ones. I was exploring and already getting more and more into the music I chose to leave behind out of fear years ago. I was flourishing, and that's how it began. I didn't know it back then, but this was the first step of a hyperfixation like no other I've experienced. Hatsune Miku was showing...
I'm not sure if you guys caught that reference on her headphones, but the way she drew her headphones in that, like, in those few frames, they kind of looked like a Pokeball. It could be a Pokeball. I'm not sure. Jaiden might specify it down in the comments. I'm not sure if she'll even see this, but if she does see it, then cool. I still haven't made my fan art. But I've been too busy to make fan art. But anyways, that could be a reference to Pokemon. She really likes Pokemon, and so do I. Both of us are really big Pokemon fans. She started with Generation 3, but I started with Generation 6 Hoenn. Both of us started in Hoenn. I started with Pokemon Omega Ruby, and she started with Pokemon Ruby, just like MNJ TV Michael. So but it's all good, you know? Sorry. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and keep going with this.
Me the ways of truly enjoying music. I was playing her whenever I was in the car, consistently looking up new songs and artists to add to my playlist, even listening to her while I work or play video games, which I pretty much never did. My world was changing, and it was all hers. This wasn't just the music either, it was straight up about Hatsune Miku. I've never been a figure collector, but I started buying so many Miku figures I had to get a custom shelf in my office just to display them all. Dude, it's such a double-edged sword to be into Miku, because the fan base is constantly being fed. New Miku this, new Miku that, gorgeous figures are coming out like every month. What am I supposed to do? Not buy them? Every house needs to have at least one Miku. That's a feng shui rule. Also, a huge oversight on my part. When I got my Miku shelf installed, I wanted it above my computer. It turned out great and displays them really well, but when I'm actually sitting at my desk and want to look up and admire my figures, all I see is accidental upskirt shots, and I feel so bad. I'm sorry, Miku, I'm not trying to disrespect you, I promise. It was a miscalculation on my part. So whenever I'm at my desk, I just don't look up. As most of you probably know,
Good
Pokemon
choice.
invited Jacob and me to Japan to attend the Pokemon World Championships back in August. That was super fun, and the video of that trip should be up by now if I'd planned things correctly. If not, then oops. But Worlds also just so happened to overlap with Magical Mirai, also known as one of the biggest Hatsune Miku expos and concerts ever. We have
the stars in her eyes. Jacob is like, look at Jacob in the corner. Look at the face. Look at the face. And the switch on his head. But look at the giant face. Okay, enough of me laughing at funny faces. Let's just continue this.
We had to go. Since getting super into Miku, it became one of my biggest dreams to see her live in concert. Who knows if we'd ever get this perfect of an opportunity again? What if she invites me backstage and we became friends? I immediately tried to get tickets, but couldn't figure out how the Japanese ticket system worked, so Emily ended up having to help me out. She was also the one who told me about the concert in the first place, so thank you, Emily, my hero, my savior. We got tickets, but not actually, because if you don't know, the way Japan does most of their online ticket systems is through a gacha. Yeah, random lottery. No matter how much money I was willing to hypothetically spend to get these tickets, at the end of the day, we were all just like those little numbered balls in that bingo spinner thing. Months pass as I eagerly await our fate. Then the email pops up in my inbox. I click it, scanning it way too quickly to understand any of the contents until my eyes catch it. Successfully obtained tickets.
Nice.
We're gonna see Miku! Suddenly life had color again. This is what living feels like. Air tasted more pure. The sun was smiling, beaming even. I smiled back for the first time. Something smelled like toast. You have no idea how excited I was. I don't even understand why I love Hatsune Miku as much as I do, but she has become one of the pillars of my being. Let's jump to the day of the concert. Jacob and I are in Japan and are just about to
she
arrive
just
at
jumps
the
over the
convention
line
center.
into the next day.
I remember looking out the window of the taxi, getting so excited to see people wearing their Miku shirts and kimonos, and they had Miku bags. I felt like I was finally around my people. We get there, walk into the convention center, and a blast of Hatsune Miku hits us. Giant Miku statues and posters, booths stocked with Miku merchandise, almost everyone dressed head to toe in Miku clothes. I saw people with Hatsune Miku suitcases to hold all the Miku things they were buying. I immediately wanted to run around and look at everything all at once. There were multiple times where Jacob lost me because
I can hear the background music, and it's literally Pokemon X Route 8 or Route 9. Yeah, Route 9. It's literally the Route 8. I don't know what I don't remember, but it's like some sort of like, you guys know what I mean. When the friend group meets up. Yeah, that's what it is. It's when the friend group meets up. It's that music that plays Route 5. Yeah, that's what it is. Route 5, when you see Trevor and Tierno talking in Pokemon X and Y. That's what it is.
Because I just started walking off in different directions like a Miku moth. We spent a few hours looking around and buying things. We spent a lot of money, but eventually we started getting ready for the live concert. I was giddy with excitement at this point. She was gonna be right in front of me. We found our seats, and dude, we were pretty damn close to the stage, especially for randomly selected seats. I couldn't believe how close we were gonna be to Hatsune Miku. I already knew going into it I was gonna cry frame one. If you didn't know, it's pretty standard to have special Miku glow sticks you can shake to the beat of whichever song is playing. You can even switch them to the coordinated color of whichever Vocaloid was on stage at the time. I've only learned about it from watching videos of concerts on YouTube thus far, and I gotta say, it was so fun to see people before the show warming up their arms and practicing their glow stick moves. They really take Hatsune Miku seriously, and I respect it so much. Some people were even quadruple wielding glow sticks. The record I personally saw saw was 6, like some sort of Miku Wolverine. It was a huge bummer though, because Jacob and I tried to buy some sticks of our own at the expo hall, but they were already sold out.
Yep.
So we didn't have any. And it was kind of embarrassing. Soon enough, the Miku songs the venue was playing started getting louder, and the house lights dimmed. And man, seeing the lights turn down and the teal glow of all the sticks emanating together to light up the room, honestly, it made me tear up. I don't even think I realized how much I loved Hatsune Miku until that moment. Being completely surrounded by people who love her just as much and more than I do. This is what...
Look at the face. Look at both the faces. Look at both the faces. Who storyboarded this? Who storyboarded it? Let's move away from the creepy Steven Universe faces and focus on the blanket. Now, that is a surreal experience, though, being surrounded with people who like the same thing that you do.
This is what it's like to be into music, isn't it? To experience these moments being completely engulfed in a community, all connected by a single art. I get it now. It's beautiful. The room glowed Miku blue, and everyone was cheering and shaking their glow sticks, anticipating her appearance. All the Vocaloids were introduced one by one with text on the hologram screen. Miko, Luca, Kaito, Kagamina, Rin, and Len. And then... Hatsune Miku. The crowd went ballistic. I could already feel myself holding back tears. A little digital poof explosion goes off, and there she was, right in front of us. She started singing, and Jacob and I were cheering and bouncing with the rest of the crowd. By the time she got a couple songs in, Jacob and I were definitely feeling left out for not having the glow sticks to shake, so we pulled out our Miku plushes to use in place of them, and that felt much better. By the end of the concert, Jacob was even dual-wielding Mikus. After a few songs, Miku disappeared, and the other Vocaloids played some of their songs. I honestly don't know them as well, so I wasn't too familiar with most of the songs they all played, but I was having a great time nonetheless. It was nice to not be fighting tears the whole time anymore as well. Then Miku came back and the concert continued on, and we learned some real nice glow stick moves, replaced with our Miku plushes, of course. There's the classic arm cheer on beat, the on beat off beat, the building cheer on to beat, even throw in the advanced building cheer on to double beat with a height. I'll say it, doing all those glow stick movements was honestly a really crazy arm workout. Like, we were working biceps and shoulders for 2 hours straight. Imagine Beat Saber, but higher up in the posture with almost no breaks. And if you don't commit, then Hatsune Miku thinks you hate her. I wanted to mention that in Vocaloid concerts, obviously they have a recording of the vocals because... you know, but all the other instruments were absolutely real. There was a live band playing all the songs for the entire...
That's really cool. Like, sometimes I would consider trying to see, like, in the future, if I could see, like, a Hatsune Miku concert, but I'm not really sure, because I don't really know Japanese that well anymore. I used to self-educate myself Japanese with Duolingo, but Japanese not really my kind of language as much as it used to be. I used to start speaking Japanese whenever I would go somewhere, but I don't really do it as much because I forgot most of what I learned. But you know, learning a new language is really fun when you get the hang of it, and you sometimes always want to learn more.
Entire set. In the middle of the concert, there was even a nice little appreciation moment showcasing all the band members by name, accompanied by a little solo they got to play. I'm a big bass fan and would love to learn how to play it one day, and I know bass players get super neglected because everyone wants to watch the cool guitar players, so I gave extra attention to the Miku bass player. They definitely noticed me cheering for them, probably because I could tell everyone was watching the guitar players and I was the only one actually looking at them, and the bass player smiled super wide and raised his bass to me, and I just thought that was a nice moment. Appreciate your bass players, guys. They need it. Anyway, the concert went on. There were awesome lasers and sparklers.
The bass I'm trying to learn how to play the guitar. I'm a really big I'm a really big recorder fan myself, but I don't know if a lot of people don't know about the recorder, and I don't know why. It's a really cool black and white instrument that kind of does the same of what a flute would do, but it's kind of different as well because instead of the blowhole being on the side, it's at the other end. So you would be surprised of what you can do playing a recorder. It actually sounds really good.
Fun costume changes from all the Vocaloids, great set list. Shout out to the guy in front of us that was there with his girlfriend and definitely more excited to be there than she was. Finally, it came to the encore. We had to convince Miku to play one more song. You know how, at least in America, people are cheering and screaming for an encore? Well, Japan is like so quiet and polite. They were saying it like a suggestion. It was so quiet. Kind of just a long session of applause with a whisper of Miku. Miku. Like, if I were Hatsune Miku, I would have questioned if they even wanted the encore in the first place. Also, we were asking for the encore for like 5 minutes straight. I was fully convinced she had left the building. But she came out for her last song. It was a blast. She was in her magical Mirai outfit for the year. And it was over. I've only gone to one other concert in my entire life, and it was because a friend in college had an extra ticket and invited me along. I didn't even know the band at the time. It was some random group called...
Hey, the original style came back. Did you guys see that? The original style stuck around for a second. Like the original style, like all of the like drawings were more like rounded and less sharp. Like kind of like the hair over here where the like flips of her hair are kind of like more rounded and not sharp as they are nowadays. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? Like it was kind of like this, but a little like smaller, I think.
Called Fallout Boy or something, but I could have been to 1,000
I know
concerts
Fallout Boy.
and still say this was the best one I've ever been to. I loved the energy, I loved how passionate and excited everyone was to be there, and I loved Hatsune Miku, and still do. I want to go to so many more of her concerts. It was a great event for me, and I want to relive it again and again. You might think it's weird, or you don't get it. It's just a hologram robot girl, right? That's totally fine. If you can't find it in Vocaloid, I hope everyone has the opportunity to connect with or find a community to enjoy like I have with Hatsune Miku, because moments like that concert are so incredible and I feel so lucky to have been there. I just want everyone to experience something like that in their lifetime. Getting into Vocaloid can be a bit intimidating, so for anyone that wants to give Miku a try or is just looking for a playlist of some of my favorite Vocaloid songs, I'm putting a link to a Miku playlist I've made and...
Miku, my beloved. Okay, so... yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. It ends in, like, a few, like, seconds, but you get what I mean. But anyways, my fan art is not in here because I didn't make it yet. So, if you guys would like to see more videos like this, be sure to like, subscribe, and tap the post notification bell. Like the video, please. The support helps. And subscribe. I only have 223 subscribers on this channel, and I only have 723 subscribers on my music channel. How do I have 500 more subscribers on my main channel than I do my reaction channel? I don't get it. Anyways, I'm trying to make it to 800 subscribers on my music channel by the end of the year. If you guys could do that for me, please do go down in the description and subscribe to the channel. It would really mean a lot to me, and I would really love to show you my pets. I only have like 2 dogs and 2 cats, so if it's not really that impressive, then please don't be disappointed. But anyways, that's all I got for right now. The original link to the video is in the description. I forgot to say that at the beginning of the video. I usually say it right before the reaction starts. But yes, the original link of this video will be in the description. Subscribe to JaidenAnimations. You can also check out my Discord server if you would like to directly communicate with me and other B-Sizzle fans. Go ahead. And with all that being said, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.